Yes, yes, y'all and Johnny Boy be ballin'. Let's get it. Fastest freaking show in MLB. Absolutely. Anyway, with you, boy. Big Johnny Stud coming to you worldwide. Brooklyn, New York, as always. We're coming out the damn chair as always. Hope you had a wonderful night. Let's go get it. Who am I? I'm your host. Follow me up on Twitter at John Legeza. Flow, sharpening the damn razor. Same handle over on Substack, where $2 a week, get your 5 pounds of shit in a 2-pound box. We are rocking and rolling. On the MLB season, you get all the stuffs and some things. I mean, every damn thing, right? It's formatted stats and projections, and like ranks and model scores and edge calculations, plus base props and hitter stats. It's really fucking crazy. But that's what it takes, right? For $2 a week, a leg up in the information war. Everything's there. It's already pulled. Everything is formatted. Nice and neat. Again, how much work would you do for somebody for $2? Like, how much work do you do for $2? So think about valuing your time. Support good people doing good work. Don't be a fucking cheap bitch your whole life, yo. All right. Let's get into the damn thing that we do, me and you, the Corked Stats crew. It's baseball's version of 300. We give the book nothing, take from that bitch everything. It's not madness, baby.
This is Sparta!
Damn right, let's go get it. Same as always, best part of waking up. Pitching sheets in the mug, Broham. Man, it's like a short slate. We've got 10 games and only 3 at night. So we're going to do those first and then circle back. Let's clean up some comments for the usual suspects. Dre Fish, what's going on, kiddo? Says, good morning, let's get it. B. Rose, baby. Good morning, crew, to you too, player. Jason924 really doing a lot of work for us behind the scenes, trying to help digest all of this fucking tsunami I've been doing. This is Sparta, my friend. Good to see you, Jeff L. Buen dia, bienvenidos. Another day, another dollar. Make 'em holler, baby. Don't forget to smash the like button. Damn right, Brian. All right, let's do the damn thing. So I guess we'll start at night. Let me just double check. Is it really just 3 games tonight? Yeah, and it's 1 at 6, and then 8:10 and 8:40. So let's do the PM stuff, and then we'll circle back. Maybe today's a good opportunity to try and get this show in at a normal time. Maybe get back into this timer thing. Though the times have been, I think we actually got under an hour for the first time. But, YouTube is a bit of a grind, so like and subscribe and all that fucking stupid shit. Who cares? First up, Shane Baz and the Blackbirds in orange vest on the bump for the Orioles. Plus 102, slight dog on the road down in Forest City to face Parker Messick and Le Gardien. I love me some Parker Messick. Also love me some Shane Baz, although he's not quite in that Tommy John honeymoon phase, right? If Tommy John is N plus 1, you worry about command control. N plus 2, when everyone's sick and tired of these guys, that's when we kind of pop in. The velo is back, which is usually what happens. The command and the control has been pretty good. The production, not so much. Hasn't really gotten there yet. So again, the wider set that you see colored in, 25, 26, all the way at the end is 26 as we kind of shift away. I'm a little bit worried about Baz right now. I do think the top side is there. I think we'll get games where he is really good. This kind of reminds me of like a Sandy Alcantara last year, right? Sandy was a little bit wild and he kind of sucked at times. And now this year it's like, because everyone was tired of him. So we're kind of looking for Baz breakout. Next year, providing he finishes healthy, got to give the clear pitching edge to Parker Messick, one of the brighter young pitchers in the game. He's been phenomenal, does it all, fantastic command and control. He's down in the zone, gets whiffs, he's split-proof. I mean, Messick has been pretty damn filthy. Offense on the Cleveland side is a little bit worrisome, but I think they're hitting L7. So on the whole, I said on the whole, Orioles with the edge, though L7, if I'm not mistaken, let me just do a little scrollage. Yeah, L7, Guardians kind of getting up off the mat. Oh yes! Somebody told me it was bad yesterday. My Paul Bearer was bad, so I had to make up for that one. Shout out to all the people doing the catchphrases, being right. You got to keep it fucking fun. So as we wrap up the fastest 2 minutes in sports on this game, I think this one is close by a nose, but I think the public is maybe overvaluing Baltimore a smidge, still unaware of the strength that you could get from Messick. Orioles bullpen has been pretty good. Maybe we want to take this one down to an F5. Right, Algo's got to cover in the F5. Kind of close for comfort. But when we get the benefit of the push, I think we'll take that. So I'm going to mark down the Cleveland F5 money line. Let me just double check that the price is not insane. Our prices are insane. Yeah, I got minus 122 floating out there. So give me that bad boy. And then I think we'll get it moving. Next up on the PM slate, Tomoyuki Sagano going for the Rockies. He's on the road against Ryan Weiss. He's replacing McCullers. I didn't really see any news, so I don't want to misframe, but I do know that Weiss is going today. Anytime McCullers gets bumped, I'm always worried. It's making my nose itch, and I think that means somewhere it's supposed to be true. Sagano's been off to he was gas can status coming in, and right now he's been really great this year. So I went right over to Statcast to see what the hell is going on. He's really junk balling his way to success, but he's limiting contact. The command has been good. Maybe I'm a little bit worried about the cutter he's been forcing. Maybe he's been a little bit lucky on that one, but Sagano's been producing, and Weiss has not. This has got to be the bad chalk for the day. Weiss just giving us a small sample this year, but it wouldn't matter. He's just not a 199 favorite. The Astros offense, yes, they've been good. Probably one of the best in the game. You can see, yes, they've done just about everything, but they do chase. They do lose in the zone. Not like that's Sagano's strong point. Rockies, have they normalized FL7? Again, the discipline for the Rockies, this is the book on the rocks. The discipline is so bad. It's just baking in such a crazy floor on them all the time. But they are aggressive. They pull the ball. They steal. They've hit a couple home runs. Doyle swiped a couple bags. I don't want to be apologetic for the Rockies. I just think the public is a little too hard on them. Astros bullpen has been garbage. So this is another one I probably like something to do with the Rockies on this one, frankly. The F5 price has got to be really juicy. I'm seeing F5 plus 157, though I'm also seeing Mejia listed, but that might even help us, right? If you're going to get in open that they think is going to be an effective matchup for the first inning, then maybe Sagano kind of comes in and cleans it up. If I'm not mistaken, the algo says, I think I have a Rockies win. Ta-da! Yeah, I have a hairball on a Rockies win, which means I think I like the run line today. Are we getting any kind of plus money? No, we're not. Minus 135 for that 1.5, which is really not great. I guess when you get in a run, 125 to lose isn't bad, but it is the Rockies. I was hoping for a little bit more of a discount with the minus 200, but this is the age we're in. Books just juicing the shit out of everything, knowing that we're looking to take these kind of backdoors. So I'm going to list it as a show pick, but frankly, I'm not really crazy about paying juice for the Rockies. Maybe at that point, you just say, F it. You play the plus 155 and look to get the Weiss. As I'm just digesting this in real time, I think that is where I'm at. Because who the F is paying minus 200 for Ryan Weiss? I think you're crazy. All right, last but not least on the PM slate, my boy Luis Castillo on the bump for the M's, minus 118, slight favorite down in San Diego, which I have on good authority means a whale's vagina. Walker Buehler, Texas Ranger, on the hill for the Friar Tucks, minus 102. I just can't wrap my mind around this price. Castillo, like legitimate MLB starter, 193 and 2/3. Again, yeah, it's not jumping off the page. It's not like maybe the ace that we had at one point, but the command and control is still very strong. Getting ahead, inducing whiffs, keeping it down. I mean, this guy has shoved. Castillo, not a bad pitcher, where Buehler, last 139 innings, 493, 149 ERA whip combo. The strikeouts are gone. The swing and miss is gone. The command is no good. There is no whiffs to be had. And he's got really poor lefty splits, and he's off to a bad start. I know Castillo, we could say the same, but I'm definitely more willing to buy on that. This has got to be an offensive thing. San Diego's offense, let me back it up to the year-to-date first. San Diego year-to-date has been gross. I do think they're talented and not this bad. We're also starting to see some good stuff starting to bleed through, namely contact and pulled, elevated batted balls, right? That's kind of the key to success. You're starting to see that now manifest in the L7. The Seattle offense is starting to, like, really bubble. Now, granted, I don't think what we're seeing L7 is what we're going to get from Seattle going forward, but I think it's much closer than the worst offense in the league. Like, I just don't think that's what we're going to get. J-Rod also had a home run, Rob. Like, I think it's starting to go for Seattle. That bullpen has been really good. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm a little kind of messed up on the pricing here. I feel like, you know, this is a mispriced model telling me to pump the brakes, but yeah, it's minus 120 on the money line, minus 133 F5. I don't know. I got to just go with Seattle. I want to go. I mean, I feel like we can get the full game, and the bullpen is good. I mean, they did implode yesterday. So, you know what? We can just keep it at 5. I'll give him 10 cents for a little bit of peace of mind. And let's move it on. All right, you get a little big nose action. Clean up some comments as we make the shift over. Rockies and Astros. Jason has that mark for both teams to score. Look, do me a solid. 2 and 3 are the runs. I was going to say, whenever we're dropping thoughts and ideas, give me as much info as possible. Underwater Trades, make the show live. Good morning. Oh, you stud, you. Oh, you stud, you. Mariners burnt my 9-leg moonshot last night. Oh, no. No. Oh, dude, you must have just vomited. Oh, my gosh, you must have just vomited. I want to tell you a little one of my own. This is just yesterday, too. Because I have had access to the MGM under K-props, they're hard to print because a lot of people don't have access to it. I was just kind of effing around with a little bit, and I had a bunch of hits in the first late game. It was a 25-1. It was either like 5 or 6 strikeouts, and it was only I'm just tracking with a couple dollars, you know, real baby shit. Plus, you want to do this stuff on, I'm trying to not get limited, right? So you kind of force garbage parlays, tell the algo you're a square before maybe we really bang them. And down to the last leg, 9th inning, Andrew Benintendi struck out. And I was like, ah! Yeah, so, all right. Let me get a handle on the schedule today, and maybe we could chop it to pieces and work it backwards. Looks like we've got 5 games kicking off before 2, and then there's one at 2 and 3. So, I never really do this. I guess we could let's just work the whole damn thing backwards, right? F it. So F it. Let's work it backwards from the sheet. Oh my gosh. I just subjected you to like 60 seconds or so of my face, so I'm very sorry about that. All right. Right? Screw it. What's the big deal? If the sheets work up to down, and they work down to up, I guess. Texas Rangers, Jack Torch Lighter on the bump, minus 120 down in Sacramento to face Jake the Snake Lopez and the Atleticos. Plus 100. Man, I have trouble capping for pitching when we're in these joke ballparks. But, I'm going to try and start with the algo on the board reads. I'm pretty tempted. I mean, I think we have the edge here with the pitching. I think the offenses are probably close, if anything. And if you look up on the board, the frying pan means cooked bullpen, Athletics, Hogan Harris back-to-back, Mark Leiter back-to-back. I know it's not as like thick and crazy as some of the reports we normally see. That bullpen is thin in the first place. You may not see either of those guys. You got to give me Texas. Give me Texas to win. And again, shop that around. I'm seeing a minus 120 on my like first looks. So you might be able to find a 15 or minus 118 or some shit like that. Again, I think the fail point is probably how close the offenses are. And again, has the Texas bullpen been horrendous, I guess? Not so much. Something kind of ringing here. I think it's probably the Athletics offense, right, starting to bubble. There's so much power on that squad, though. I'm not really scared of them yet. I think, the scared part comes from the ballpark. But yeah, let's just move it on. Give me Texas to win it. I don't want to get too cute and get scared off going after Lopez, who I'm not crazy about. Then again, I think we get the plan B kind of bailout with the Pens. Next up, Steven Matz going for the flat fucking fish of Florida on the bump against Anthony K. Every gift begins with K. And the Pale Hosts, they're at home plus 104. That was a miss for me yesterday. Burke pitched pretty good, but this White Sox offense won't do shit or shinola. Yikes, man. They fucking blow right now. You can see the year-to-date stuff up for the... That's where I'm struggling. Maybe I'm going to just go all the way up. That was screwing me up, trying to scroll up and catch it up. So I'll just highlight the things that we're looking for. You can see year-to-date, White Sox is trash. L7, White Sox is trash. Though K has been, like, unhittable. And I don't normally look for that kind of translation overseas, but man, he's been damn good. And Ray's offense has not been great either. If the lefty stuff for the Rays is not a crazy strong split, and it's not, Rays have been very weak, I think maybe we want the under on this bad biatch, especially if we can get that 4.5. Now, again, I don't want to put like carts before horses or anything. And this is also part of why I'm in combine mode. Okay, my bookie just posted their entire F5 board. So if you want to follow along, it's all in one sheet. It really is the best. Hit me up for referrals. It's still early in the season, but we've had like scoring in bursts. The narrative's now starting to drive offense, right? Offense here, right? Offense has arrived. That's going to open the door for F5U 4.5s, which right now is probably my favorite bet. Right? It's the bet that I feel the most comfortable with, comparing analysis with the model and the cost. Not to make it too much about results, but we've hit them also. We got one yesterday, and the ones we've hit have like totally fucking sailed, right? Because they've been games very similar to this one, where I have this as a 4. Like, I have this as a solid 4. So if we can get the under 4.5, even if we have to go to minus 115, minus 118, you got to get there, because that fourth run is determinative. That's a fucking winner. So this one I might end up straight. Tampa, White Sox, F5, U 4.5. I flipped really quick and saw a minus 115. But, you got to shop these things. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. We're going to have a 4 on the boards sooner than later, because my bookie just went to minus 122, like literally as I mentioned it. Now, I don't think we did that. That reaction might have been a little quick. But if you don't think we're affecting markets, you have another thing coming. Well, would you like to take it? What? Your other thing. You have it coming, So, I think this one's as simple as could be. Just really quick, because I see the orange bar. Those are the teams that have a 3.5 team total. Now, I don't have like prices and stuff. It's just another point, a data point, because then it makes for an easy comparison. Somebody asked me what it means. I try and do a good job. The top things, it says FGTT, and the 3.5s in orange. I do my best to fit as much like key-driven stuff here. So let's hit this under while it's there and move it on. Next up, Patrick Corbin going for the Bluebirds. Plus 104, slight dog against Brandon Sproat and the Brewers. Sproat is going to be a tricky one because he checks the box, some of the boxes that we really like, right? The kind of draft capital pick. I think he was an early second rounder, 25 years old, kind of highly touted, big potential strikeout stuff. But we've seen some struggles in the past, and we've seen a little bit of the good and the bad. Right, that first time out, he got destroyed. Second time out, he got yoked pretty hard. He looked okay in a bulk appearance. I'm not 100% sure why he's favored here. I don't think I could back Corbin, though you are getting plus money, which makes it a little bit easier to me. This isn't over. You know, right, so we're not over just the 8.5 total. But we've got both teams over 4, and I think we could get the 4 plus 4 equals 9. Granted, the home team is favored, but it's only minus 125, and I think they might be the worst offense. Milwaukee came out of the box really hot. You can see their last 200 plate appearances, they've been awful. They have a floor built in stylistically, right? They like to run, but they're basically ground ball machines. They're not hitting the ball hard, right? So there's going to be issues there. They like to walk and be really patient, but if they're facing strike throwers, that's hard, right? They're going to be a nightmare for people with poor command and control. Last I checked, Corbin's throwing strikes. They're just not very good. So I gotta go over here. To me, that's like not to say the obvious, but also, right, quick flip. Toronto bullpen is on the struggle bus. Milwaukee bullpen is on the struggle bus. Yeah, let's just hit that 0.5 before 0.5. 8.5 before she moves any further. Right now, that looks like a baseline play. When I say baseline, I mean minus 110, right? That's standard. I just don't want to mislead before I move on. Yeah, I got 8.5 minus 110, so you might even find like a minus 108. Next up, it's Wilbert Urania, who I've never heard of, is going to open for the Angels, who have the bullpen emoji. Jordan Romano, 2 of 3. Drew Pomeranz, 2 of 3. They are heavy dogs on the road against the New York Yankees and Max Fried. I, of course, had the donkey play yesterday, thinking the Yankees would cover. They were up, looking like they were about to sail to that result, and it just fucking collapsed. The Angels' offense at doing that thing. I wish I had come into this series just saying over or nothing. I got suckered into the price on the Yankees run line, thinking they would get it. If we had a 9th frame, we just might have, but there's that lesson we're always talking about. Make sure you're only calculating for 8.5 frames of offense. Even with that, I thought we had to win. But fell a little bit shot. So, man, this was a tough one. I don't know. You're facing the Angels. But bet fucking read strikeouts. I don't know. It's like Yankees run line or nothing again, which is the most chalky, ridiculous, stupid, low IQ, 0D chess maneuver. It's minus 135. I don't know. Really funny. I'm looking at MGM right now. They're very good also. They have a nice list. I don't see they used to have a full 5-pager. Don't get me started. The listed starter for the Angels, it says 9-10. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So everybody's a little confused. Again, can you bet on Wilbert Urania? I'm not. Can you pay minus 246 for a Yankee win? I'm not. You're going to pay minus 135 for a Yankee run line? I don't know. I might. I might. I just keep waiting for this pop-off. Although, you know what? I'm stupid. Of all this, I'm Mr. Backdoor. And I didn't even think to look at the run line. It's probably, that's why I didn't look, because the Yankees run line is probably like not only 5.5, but it's probably a juiced 5.5, which is like the most disgusting of all the run line plays. I don't think I've ever bet that before, frankly. It's 5.5 minus 120. I don't know. Again, it's run line or nothing. The Yankees should mop them up, but a lot of shoulds in baseball betting that don't come to fruition. Next up, Chris Bubich. He's on the bump for the Royals with Cheese. They got that under home. They ended up losing to the Tigers. They're on the road against Keita Montero. Again, there were going to be lines that I don't understand, and maybe these are the bets we have to make. I mean, I've got, this would be another one, right? So this is another one where feeling pretty good about the model output on the Kansas City side. Right now, that F5 is hung at a 125. 4.5 is also that juice, like minus 118, minus 120. I think they both get home, but I don't like Montero. Let me check this series. Is he off to a great start or something? There's people I've had more than one person tell me to like check my Montero hate. He's been awesome. Like, are we buying that shit? Damn you people. Damn you for arguing with me. Because like most content creators, I don't just, take my opinion as truth. I go actually look. Like, we need to look. Did he do anything? Is anything really different under the hood? Quick second. So, I mean, it's more four-seamers and more sinkers with fewer sweepers. So, like, right off the bat, that's not the arsenal change I'm generally looking for. I don't know. No extra velo. The four-seamer is meh. A bit too much sink with not enough run. The velo isn't great. Extension's not great. The spin is low. I just don't know if I'm buying any of this. If this is all bad shit driven. Four-seamer, 142 X slug, 385 slug. He's throwing in almost 40% of the time. It's a bad fastball. He's getting served today. So let's go the quote-unquote safer route. Give me KC. I mean, I think they win, but why even bother, right? Let's go on. See, this is where I get myself into trouble, too. See how I did that? That's a default for me. Why even bother? Like, take the safe route? I don't know. Is it the safe route? My guy Kyle Kerms, make sure you follow my dude in doing the Source Network thing. He's always arguing for full games and very simply larger samples. Also, I think in this case, Bubich could go 5 or 6. I mean, what do the bullpens look like? Right, I guess you kind of look for more. You kind of look for hints. Casey bullpen's been really gross, so to me, that's the out I'll take. Because when I do get that, I want out. So I'll give you a couple extra cents for the push to avoid the bullpens and to maybe just get a crack at Keeter early. Next up, Landon Roop going for the Gigante. San Francisco treats even money on the road against C. Montgomery Burns. Excellent. And the Red Legs, minus 130. Okay, so this one we nailed yesterday. And again, like, how wrong could you have been talking to an under? But remember, it was me, not IK being the market. When I saw the 5 and 9 on the board with some warm weather in Cincy, I said, no. No. This looks like a trap. That was a massive trap. The fucking floor fell out. Now, today is really kind of tempting me. One, I like both pictures a lot. I'm a Roop guy, and who isn't a Chase Burns guy, right? Like, do you not have a heartbeat? Are you soulless? You fucking soulless monster. Who doesn't like, the young kids that just are electric with crazy shit. He's a cool dude. I don't know. I still actually love the game. So wind is right to left. And it's not hot and it's not cold. I'd probably call it neutral. Right? Book's kind of giving us the same signal, maybe even less so, because that total actually dropped to an 8. However, right? But. Damn. I thought I saw a 4.5, but I didn't. Though I was only looking at one book, perhaps the U4 minus 105, we could find the 4.5 at a normal price. Alt lines are funny. Sometimes they're worth it, and oftentimes they're not. Sometimes you get that run and it's like minus 120, and you're like, holy crap, that's freaking a great deal. And sometimes that half run move is like minus 150, and you're going, I don't want anything to do with that shit. Like, F that. So, my bookie just moved the 4.5. That's the second time. Just moved. You know when you get those real time flashes? It flashed, and the fucking number changed. It went from 4.5 to 4. The alt is minus 135. That's right on that edge that I talk about for a determinative run. I might get there. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. I like to not have either side over 2 1/3. The Reds are a little bit over, and I wonder if for that same money, it might behoove us to just bet the Reds F5. Smithers. Oh, man, I don't know what to do. It's a really slight, win. I don't want to call it edge even. We have a slight win because, Roop's been good, but the Giants' offense, it really stinks, and even L7, they've been terrible. They're just heading in the wrong direction. Not like the Reds have done anything outside of Sal Stewart, who's like fucking Babe Ruth right now. Oh, I'm torn. Oh, man, I'm torn. Now, okay, I think when this stuff happens, I think you fade like the obvious forehead smack. So that was yesterday, right? What's the obvious forehead smack? Going under in Cincinnati and watching home runs fly out. I mean, come on. You got to be... I'm not saying you can't ever take it because it's a price thing, but this is not a great price, right? We're not getting a U5 and we're like, whoa, and it's not like a 4.5 even money. So I think you go with Cincy because I think we have the edge pitching. I think we have the edge hitting. That bullpen's been a damn thrill a minute, but if I'm not mistaken, Cincinnati's produced. San Francisco's been a little hairy. I worry about Burns for distance. I think I want a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. This one. I'm going to go C. Montgomery Burns on the F5. And moving on again. I think the under gets home. I really think the under gets home. And I'm going to be kicking my own arse. Right, if San Fran is up 2-1 after 5, right now I have the F5 money line. Cincy, I just had a total brain fart. My brain almost, the little P-shaped thing that is left almost dribbled and fell out of my ear. I gotta be careful moving around so fast. Shaking my head. All right, last one, and let's get out of here. Really great time today. Then I was kind of actually thinking about maybe doing a little bit of a content switch. Long form YouTube stuff doesn't do that great. Plus, I'm getting to the point I kind of want to not give away the fucking milk. So I was thinking about maybe doing like a short recap show on YouTube. And because, again, the video stuff is really more of a tutorial for paid subs. And the podcast is really starting to go off. And if I moved to just podcast, it would even be better. But I don't know. I enjoy the video. Maybe I should try and build a YouTube channel because that's my best pathway to, kind of getting sponsors and stuff. And, if I could get somebody to pay for this shit, I'll lower the Substack price. If I get someone to pay enough for this shit, I'll get rid of the fucking thing altogether, make it free. Like I've always been that way. I had one goal. I want to be comfortable. Everything after that gets bled out to everybody else, and I'm gonna hope I'm just doing the right thing, paying it forward to get some of the dirt off these fucking fingernails. All right, let's get the last game in. The Winged Lion, Foster Griffin on the bump for the Nacionals. He's a plus 140 dog, which is kind of a tough pill to swallow if you've watched the pitch. He's like a new era junk baller, which, though that's not a thing I've always liked, like low velo, 8-pitch fucking guys. In this day and age, it's so different that it just may work. That's crazy enough to work. And that's exactly what Griffin's done. He's been like amazing, right? I got to just bring up the stats really quick. Because I know we have some time to fool around with. But where I'm getting at, not that I don't think Ashcraft should be a favorite. Ashcraft is another one of the young guys I don't think the public was so high on. Now they're starting to come around on Pittsburgh altogether. Nat's offense is really good, though. I want to go under, and who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thunk it? That's the reason I'm worried going under Nats and Pittsburgh. Foster Griffin, Braxton, Ashcraft is the offenses. Nats in particular. Man, I'd love to grab the C.O. Jones and play a Nats F5 here. I think I like Ashcraft a little too much. He's filthy. He's filthy. And again, Pittsburgh doing a very good job developing young pitchers, right? Keep those teams in mind. They're not always steady. So Griffin so far at Philly, 5 gave up 2, walked none, struck out 5. Faces the Dodgers, goes 5, gives up 1, walks 3, strike out 6. Goes to Milwaukee, 5 1/3, gives up none, walks 3, struck out 1. This guy quite literally has pitched in like 3 of, outside of the garbage parks, the tough parks to pitch in, like the toughest park team combination, right? Dodgers at home is fucking crazy. Milwaukee was hitting at the time at home. That's a tough one. Philly at home in a fucking Citizens is playing crazy right now. Is it Citizens a link? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Whatever. It's in Philly. I think they should all be called team name stadium. Phillies Stadium, Yankee Stadium, Royal Stadium. Matter of fact, family, friends of fucking AT&T, Signal Link, Incorporated. Awful. The worst thing that ever happened to these things. You gotta smack the name on a fine. Do we have to hear it when you do the fucking read, which I get is the whole point, but it makes me nauseous. The whoring of our sports that only make $1 trillion. And guess what, everybody? We may not get fucking baseball because I can't figure out how to split the trillions of fucking dollars as we try and, find a way to feed our kids black pepper fucking sandwiches. What a joke. All right, rant aside, I'm torn. I can't touch, I'm torn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I really want to go under. I'm really tempted for the under. The model is like, you could get there. But we're a little bit worried about the 3-2, right? The Pittsburgh's at 2-5. It's worried for a little bit of regression from Griffin, which, again, there's only one way direction for him to go. You son of a bitch. I don't know. You son of a bitch. I'm torn. I'm going to leave this one blank because I have my feel. I'm in my feels on this one. I like the Nats. I'm afraid to challenge the offense. I like Griffin. I'm worried he regresses. I really like Ashcraft. I'm worried he doesn't get any support from Pittsburgh. So it's like you could see where all of it just goes wonky and wrong. I don't know. I'm out. So that will do it. That was the fastest show of the season. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's clean up some comments. Thank you to everyone out there. Really means a ton. Then I was thinking about maybe like doing a shorter version like today, like a board read YouTube, and then maybe doing like a state secrets for the paid subscribers, the podcast stuff where, there maybe like a show like this without specific picks. I don't know. I gotta fucking figure out what I'm doing. So underwater takes up in there. Really? Yeah, I gave up betting. And then I woke up. There you go. My boy. Love that crap, yeah. I really do appreciate all the comments. Brian Rose is on 2 walks from Yandy Diaz. Plus 500. Jason's up in there, doing the thing he's always doing, really helping people see these softer markets. And, listen, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat without scratching his asshole. Our guy Tony Clark up on Twitter yesterday with some total base stuff. Jason with both teams to score. We had Jeff on that tail. I saw a couple of all team total pairings. A lot of ways to get at this. So, again, the data set is just about saving you that time, right? Yeah, you could follow, you could tail, but honestly, if you could follow and tail, there's probably better options. Like, I have to be honest. Somebody, like, if I was solely focused on betting, right? Think about how much production time I put in. Like, honestly, right? That's why I'm in combine mode. That's why I'm betting small. That's why my money is in a money market. I'm a bitch right now. I'm a creator. I'm not a professional bettor anymore. How could I be? I have to format and handle customer service and produce shows and like promote and I'm like writing and stuff. There's no way. The key to winning in sports betting is data plus timing and aggression, So, well, that said, that wasn't the best self-promotion, was it? But maybe it was, because honesty is really what we're all about. Jason just missed a big 4-leg total bases lay last night with Willie Adames, man. He was on fire, too. That was a good spot. Yeah, those are going to be really tough. I think if you're at the 4th player for total bases, that's when like the round robins kick in. Unless you're really betting low. I think at that 4th one. But, that's not a science thing. And again, you could adjust all these things with proper risk. Last but not least, Underwater Trades, have a great day. Really do appreciate everybody for picking up what we're putting down. Remember, this is not madness.
This is Sparta!
So hit me up on Twitter. Check out the Substack. There's samples of all the pin stuff. Audio version of the pod if this runs a little bit long or YouTube is not your jam. Support us no matter what. If you could find it in your heart to pay for the paid sub. Remember, there's football stuff also. Best ball ranks are going to be coming soon. All the advanced data is already up. That's player and team level with differentials. Yo, that shit, again. I had somebody tell me that, so if you sign up for the year, you get the last month free. So that's $88. It's like, dude, you could and should get $88 for the NFL data set. Those differentials, again, because some people see it as, yo, this would take me 3 hours to find, an hour to calculate, an hour to format, and then an hour to double check. And you're going to do it for what? You know what I mean? On a day. Oh, and you get an entire year of projections and stuff with all the baseball stuff. So it's my goal to just try and over-deliver. If you're a content creator, I think this is worth it. You know, if you're a low limit bettor, I think this is worth it. If you're, kind of cheap, I think this is fucking worth it. So, for all you bitches out there, support good people doing good work. Let's get out of here. What's left? Enjoy the games. Enjoy the day. And when we're done with the book, enjoy the pay. Remember, everybody, when you work this freaking hard, man, the winning feels a lot less like luck.